Indonesia is not your typical tropical paradise populated by friendly, smiling peoples. It's much more. Indonesia can, in fact, claim to be the only nation on Earth to span such a broad spectrum of human civilization and world history, from its ancient Hindu Javanese temples to the modern-day luxury hotels. East and west, rich and poor, old and new. This country is a fascinating juxtaposition of contrasts. One thing you can be sure of, though, the experience will be an exciting one. Indonesia is by far the largest archipelago in the world, over 13,000 islands strewn across 3,200 miles of tropical seas. It is also home to some 170 million people with a multitude of ethnic groups whose national motto is "Many are one." Perhaps the most famous of all the islands is Bali, a land of over 1,000 temples and shrines, acres of terraced rice fields, tropical forests, and endless golden beaches. Bali continues to enchant its visitors. Today's visitor to Indonesia joins a long line of distinguished voyagers. Marco Polo traveled along the northeastern shores of Sumatra in 1292 on his way back to Italy. Ferdinand Magellan plotted his historic round-the-world voyage in 1520 specifically to reach the eastern Indonesian island of Malacca. And in 1770, Captain Cook pulled into Jakarta harbor for repairs after having charted the little-known coasts of Irian Jaya. One of the advantages to being a present-day traveler is, of course, the luxury hotels like the Bali Soul. The star jewel in the treasure chest of marvels that comprise the Indonesian archipelago, Bali is a masterpiece of nature, and the Balinese have done much to turn such natural blessings to their advantage. All but the steepest land has been painstakingly terraced with rice paddies that hug the hilly contours and mount the volcanic slope-like steps. Each watery patch is efficiently irrigated through an elaborate system of aqueducts and dams. And as we head toward the northern part of Bali, we come to the village of Kintamani, and we find that life here holds a workplace for the young as well as for the old. In fact, every living thing plays a vital role in the balance and harmony of the Balinese ecosystem.
I don't know, the people are making up the story of the spiders, they're all biting and poisonous, but not in Bali. Not in Bali. He's your friend, your good friend, because they eat flies and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Oh, this must be a female one. She doesn't like female hands.
Doesn't. Oh my God. Oh, take her back. Heading east, we leave Bali for Indonesia's capital city of Jakarta on the island of Java. A metropolis by any measure, Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia and the epicenter of the nation's commercial, cultural, and political life, the Manhattan of New York. We're told that Jakartans are funny, fun-loving, irreverent, irrepressible, and one of the city's best assets. Back in the 17th and 18th centuries, this city was dubbed Batavia by the Dutch Empire. Then in 1942, during a brief Japanese occupation, Batavia was renamed Jakarta and transformed from a Dutch colonial town to a sprawling Indonesian city.